What is up, YouTube? It's your boy CP, and today we're back with a brand new Cowboys discussion. Things we're going to be talking about this video is a recap of this Sunday's game. I almost said last week's game, but not last week, last Sunday's. Um, Michael Gallup news, which is good news. So I'll get to that in a minute, and Jalen Tolbert. So let's get right into it. So first thing I want to say is the team looked way better against the Bengals than they did against the Buccaneers. I mean, granted, if you ask anybody with common football knowledge, I'm pretty sure they would say that the Bucs are better than the Bengals, at least right now, because I'm pretty sure the Bucs are 2-0 right now, and the Bengals are 0-2. But anyway, so it came down to a Brett Maher field goal. Cowboys won it 20-17, and I was a little nervous watching that game because we were up like 17-3, and then they started scoring points, and then we weren't scoring points. So defense played well. Offense played a lot better than they did in week one. Not even just points wise, but actually moving the ball, getting the run game going between Zeke and Pollard instead of just it being like one back. Because my whole thing is like, okay, you got two really good running backs. If it were up to me, I would use Pollard more as like it's first down and 10. Running with him, see if he can break one big. And then just mainly use Zeke as like your power runner, where he's just going to try to run over anybody that's in front of him. I wish Zeke could get back to like his 2018 form, where not so much about like him hurdling, but like just being a little bit more decisive and finding that hole in between the defense. But I did hear one person say that his mind is trying to write checks that his body can't cash, and what that means is since he's older and his body's starting to wear down because he's been in the league. This is like his 7th or 8th season. So with that being said, it's like, okay, well, if excuse me, like, okay, he can see a hole where like if he's running full speed, he could get a touchdown on like a 40-50 yard run. However, his body's not at that spot where he can run 40-50 yards at full speed. He might get a nice little quick burst, but it's not going to last like it was when he was in 2016, 2018, when he was leading the league in rushing. So that's just kind of another thing I would use Tony Pollard for was more like halfback screens, just little check downs, whatever the case may be. So if you really want to split it up, what I would do is put Zeke, probably put like Zeke as, if he's going to be my main runner, I would keep him like my main runner. But then I would put Pollard in when either A, Zeke needs a few plays to catch his breath, or B, on passing downs, because Pollard, he's not just a good running back, he's a good catching back. So, and there have been times where there was like, they should switch him to slot receiver, which I wouldn't be opposed to, especially the way our receiving core is right now. I would love to see Tony Pollard play slot receiver, but as of right now, he's a running back. He's just going to do all he can. He does remind me a little bit of Alvin Kamara, the way he just has that balance, because there's a lot of times you think you tackled him, but you didn't tackle him, because then now he's still running down. He did have that huge gain in the game on Sunday, so that was pretty dope. So there have been a few times where I honestly think like Pollard kind of saves, because it's been like 2nd and medium, 3rd and medium, and instead of throwing it like most teams would, they run it, and then Pollard just breaks for like a 30-40 yard gain. So that's pretty dope. So like, shout out Tony Pollard. All right, moving on, we're going to talk about Michael Gallup real quick. So Mike McCarthy said he was going to have a full slate of reps, meaning that he was going to be in a lot of like full contact practices, which he was today. They still have another practice tomorrow and Friday, but signs are pointing to him returning on Monday night against the Giants. So it'll be great to have Michael Gallup back, because then they'll give you CeeDee Lamb and they'll give you Michael Gallup. Because one thing I did notice is that like Lamb was kind of covered up in week one because he really didn't have any help. Because he, like, a lot of people don't understand, like those number 1 receivers have like a great supporting cast. So like guys like Mike Evans, for example, his supporting cast is Chris Godwin. I think they have Russell Gage now, and now he has Julio. So Mike Evans is having better opportunities because, okay, yeah, we got to cover Mike Evans, but we also got to worry about covering Julio, and then we got to cover Godwin, and it's like somebody's going to be open. So when it was just Lamb all by himself, it's like, okay, now that's their main focus. We don't have to worry about like, oh, this guy's going to burn us if we don't cover him. No, because we didn't have anybody else other than Michael Gallup and Dalton Schultz. And Dalton Schultz as a tight end can only do so much. So with Michael Gallup being back now, like, okay, we got to cover Lamb and Gallup. Because Gallup is a pretty fast guy. I don't know if he's going to have that same speed he had last year and in prior seasons, but we will see. We will see. But like I said, it's great to have Michael Gallup back. Hopefully he does something, helps Lamb get open, helps the other guys get open. So, like I said, we will see. But my score prediction for the Giants game, I think we'll win 24-17, going our way. I think Cooper Rush does well again. I don't think he's gonna like shock anybody with like three. I don't think he'll throw for 300. I think he'll probably throw for about like 240, 250, 2 touchdowns, and maybe an interception, maybe. But I haven't really watched any of the Giants games. I know they're 2-0, but you gotta remember it's the Giants, so I shouldn't take them lightly. But again, it's the Giants. They'll fold. All right, next I want to talk about is Jalen Tolbert. He has been listed as inactive for the last 2 games. Why they haven't really put any reports out? At least I haven't seen any. I just seen on one of my fantasy apps of like Jalen Tolbert went from healthy to inactive. And I was like, what? I was like, how are you healthy, but then you go straight to inactive? But they were saying that Dennis Houston was playing better than him, which I was like, okay, but that don't mean you gotta put him as inactive as if he's injured or something. So maybe he was dealing with an injury or something, and they didn't want to put it out to the news or whatever the case may be. I don't know, but I don't even use Jalen Tolbert in Madden, so I guess the Cowboys are like, yeah, we're not gonna use Jalen Tolbert. So that's on them. But who knows? Maybe he'll play Monday night and actually perform well. So as I said before, we will see. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure you leave a like. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next time.